Welcome to the Friday Night Lights Preview Show.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Friday Night Lights Preview Show. It's week 8 to the high school football season, and for many teams, it's the final week of conference play, and for a few, conference title on the line.
That's right, Mark. That's the case in our WNEM Game of the Week voted on by you, the fans, where the Saginaw Valley League South Division Championship is on the line as two top 10 teams in the state of Michigan collide, with Davison going on the road to face Grand Blanc.
Let's take a closer look at both of these teams, starting with the away squad, the Davison Cardinals.
Davison enters this matchup with a 7-0 overall record after a massive 58-0 win over Carmen Ainsworth. This game against the Bobcats is one that Davison has been waiting for all year. The Cardinals fell to Grand Blanc last season in the SVL Southern title game and are hungry to get revenge. And this matchup will feature two high-level quarterbacks, as Jackson Dosh will duel it out with Jake Morrow. And both teams know this game will come down to the performance of their QBs.
Yeah, I mean, they're the straws that stir the drink for both teams. Obviously Jackson's a phenomenal player. The kid over at Grand Blanc, tomorrow kid's a great player. So, it's going to be fun to see them both on the field at the same time and go from there.
He's balling out right now. That's my guy. And that's one thing about Jake. He'll always ball out. So it's going to be a great game.
I think for the whole area is great. Quarterbacking is quarterback, and I think we're going to pull through with the better quarterback.
Grand Blanc is 7-0 heading into tomorrow night and have been absolutely dominant so far this season. The Bobcats have outscored their opponents 338 points to just 71 in 7 games. Grand Blanc is averaging over 48 points per game, and they're led by senior quarterback, as we just mentioned, Jake Morrow, with the division title on the line tomorrow night. The Bobcats are looking to continue to do what's got them to this point in the season.
Our guys buying into the culture that we've created, the buy-in to the off-season development, and it shows out here in the fall. And guys are working really hard to get to where we're at because they take advantage of the time that we're out here. They take advantage of time in the weight room, they buy into that, and just working on building the culture from a team standpoint, everyone buying into doing their job and doing their 111th, and that's what we've seen on Fridays is guys going out and making plays and not doing too much and trusting their teammates and playing pretty physical football. So it's been really fun to watch, really fun to see, and it's been great to coach.
Now let's take a closer look at the history between Davison and Grand Blanc. This will be the 69th meeting between these two schools, with the Bobcats holding slight edge, going 35-32-1 all-time against the Cardinals.
This will be the 3rd consecutive season these two will duel it out to see who will be crowned the division champion, as last season these two teams would clash in a shootout, with Grand Blanc getting the win 55-49. Expect this one to be another high-scoring game, as Davison is averaging 45 points a game, and the Bobcats are putting up just over 48 points.
This game could come down to who has the ball last, certainly. We'll see who will enter the final week of the regular season undefeated when Friday night's contest comes to an end.
And this is only one of double-digit games we'll plan on getting highlights from for Friday Night Lights tomorrow night. Let's take a closer look at some of those contests, starting with another game to determine a division champion, as Freeland takes on Frankenmuth. If the Eagles win this game, they will become the outright Tri-Valley Conference Red champions. But the Falcons win, they will make it a 3-way tie on top with both these teams and Swan Valley. This is the 15th meeting between these two teams, with Frankenmuth leading the series 10-4, winning the past 6 contests. The last time the Falcons beat the Eagles was in 2018, the year before they entered the TVC, as they will look to end Frankenmuth's 71-game winning streak in the division.
Yeah, that should be a great game as well, coming down to the wire. Unlike probably Davison and Grand Blanc, I think that one will probably be a little bit low scoring, but certainly like last year, it went right down to the wire.
Say both teams, very good teams in the Tri-Valley Conference, and like you mentioned, a very close game usually every time these two teams play. So it'll be interesting to see what these two teams are going to do tomorrow night.
Well, let's go back to the SVL as Mount Pleasant gets set to host Midland High. Last week, the Oilers would beat Traverse City West 29-8 to remain unbeaten this season. The Chemics would take down Heritage 42-33. Now, with a win, Mount Pleasant would lock up the SVL North, but if Midland High gets the win, they actually would allow their crosstown rival Dow to have a chance to share the division crown if they beat the Chemics in their matchup next Friday. This is the 30th matchup between the Oilers and Chemics, with Midland High leading the series 16-13 as they were able to pick up a 10-7 victory in last year's game. We'll see if Mount Pleasant can lock up the SVL tomorrow night. I know the Oilers right now having an outstanding season.
The Oilers have been really impressive this year, up and down the field. They've been just seem like beating everybody up pretty well. But Midland, they can be a surprise team in this one. And like you mentioned, getting ready for a rivalry matchup next week as well, too. And having that rivalry matchup possibly for a chance for that conference title as well next week could be very interesting.
Should be fun.
We'll see what Midland will be able to do there. Now to the Flint Metro League crossover matchup as Linden takes on Lake Fenton. Last week, the Eagles would fall to their rivals Fenton 46-41 as the Blue Devils picked up a 43-35 victory over Clio. This is the 21st time these two teams will meet on the gridiron, with Lake Fenton leading the way 11-8-1 overall in this series. The last time these two teams met was in 2019, where they would pick up a big win. And before that, you'd have to go all the way back to 1981 when both these teams were in the Genesee Elite 8 Athletic Conference, as Lake Fenton would look to get their first win over Linden since 1980.
Wow. Some cool history there. I like that.
I say they joined the same conference a couple years ago, and now finally going all the way back to the 1980s when they played each other regularly. I think about 10 years in a row they played back then. So trying to building up a rivalry here once again between those two teams.
And they're so close, obviously, on the map that it's kind of cool that the rivalry's starting to build back up. Pretty cool. Well, our next game is in the Mid-Michigan Athletics Conference. This is Birch Run hosts Lakeville. Now, both of these teams are coming off losses last week as the Panthers fell to Durand 30-28. The Falcons would be beat by Mount Morris 26-19. Now, this is the 9th matchup between these two programs, with Birch Run leading with a 5-3 record. The Panthers have won the previous 5 meetings. We'll find out if Lakeville can bring that streak to an end tomorrow night.
And other games we have planned coming your way tomorrow night on Friday Night Lights include Saginaw United at Carmen Ainsworth, Clare hosting Beaverton, Alma against Swan Valley, Lapeer versus Dow, Mount Morris at Montrose, who are playing on their new turf field for the first time tomorrow night.
I'm looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be really cool. Our photographer's supposed to get there early to check out the new field. Certainly looking forward to what that looks like.
Say the fans are going to have a good time checking out the new field. And actually, the first 500 fans that attend that game get a free T-shirt with the field on it. So looking for some free gear, make sure you go out to that game. Also coming up tomorrow night, we have Novell hosting Sacred Heart.
Look at that slate. I'm excited for all of those games. It should be another fun Friday Night Lights. Of course, double-digit highlights as we've had the entire way through the first 8 weeks. 3 weeks, man.
It's flying by.
I mean, flown by. But yes, through the first 8 weeks. A couple of those games certainly stick out to me tomorrow. I think that Montrose game is going to be fun just to see the new field. But that Frankenmuth versus Freeland game and Grand Blanc versus Davison, 2 games that feature 2 powerhouses on both sides, and it should be, like you said earlier, coming right down to the wire. Should be fun.
I say 2 games going for a conference championship this late in the season. Not only is it a big chance to lock up that conference, but a big playoff test as well for your teams as well. We only have 1 more week of the regular season left, and you got to get those, especially those playoff points as well, and collect as much of those as you can to make sure you get home field advantage throughout this. So again, exciting week of football here in week 8, and again, 1 week to go after this one. Another game to keep an eye on, though, is that Mount Pleasant Midland game. I think Mount Midland can give them a little bit of a surprise to Mount Pleasant, even though they've been undefeated so far this season. Never going to happen in the SVL.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant at home, certainly the fans will play a factor, but Midland High, man, they play team stuff, so it should be fun to watch. So we'll kick off our Friday Night Lights coverage tomorrow afternoon during the 5 and 6 o'clock shows, where yours truly, Cole Martins, will be live for our game of the week at Grand Blanc High School to give you one last look at both Davison and the Bobcats before kickoff.
Then during the 11 o'clock newscast, it will be Friday Night Lights, where we'll have double-digit games for you. We'll also show our play of the night in the 3 finals for next Friday's game of the week.
Well, that'll do it for our Friday Night Lights preview show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow night.